Watch the NFL on EA Sports.
And we'll get a look here at Trey Lance.
He was a tour de force a week ago. 6 passing.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Matthews. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Walker. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Well, this defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On 3rd and 2, Matthews. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. That's Walters. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone, because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Blake, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Blake, and he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it'll come. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Lance now on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. From the gun, it's Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walters. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13, Lance. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
it is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about his training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Lance. And he's got it. Touchdown. George Kittle. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Taken at the goal line. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. And the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He rifles one that's intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field, you're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point safely through, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. That pick 6 just a moment ago. Things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing after the interception. Matthews. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now we're going to get a timeout here, as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Sticking with Walker on second down. That one a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Matthews. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That speaks loudly in volumes.
On 1st and 10, Matthews. Over the middle, complete. That's Oliver. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of mid. 49. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Smith, red. Yellow, line, opposite, green.
On 1st down, Matthews. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready, set.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To throw on second down, Matthews. He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Matthews. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we reach half, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Uses the stiff arm. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And some room to work. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, getting a little more interesting.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Matthews. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Well, San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Whitaker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Second until it's prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
To throw, it's Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Ready up.
2nd and 20.
Right. 97.
Shotgun now for Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. I'm guessing you wouldn't have minded being a fly on the wall at halftime because they were struggling in that first half. Down double digits. Now they're right back in this thing. So whatever was said apparently worked.
And let's make sure, if we're going to be a fly on the wall, that we're high up on the wall, because I know I always talk about it being clinical at the half, you know, less emotion, more execution, but every now and then, this is an emotional game.
Sure.
Someone's got to come in and stir some things up, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a few benches got overturned and the halftime ended up hitting the floor.
Well, whatever happened, it's working right now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So one trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down now, it's Blake.
Oh, that one well designed, as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. They'll keep it on the ground. Blake.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Blake, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
The Lance going to throw. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stopped him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've gotten right back in this ballgame after a very sluggish first half. Back when you... Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Free kick out of bounds.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Automatic first down.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the left side. Blake, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. It's Blake, and he's going to have a Niners first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Lance looking to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Blake, and he is going to have a 49ers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here we go. The full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. And Lance now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Blake. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Lance to throw it. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 4 yards out. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded. Point after, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. To throw on 3rd down, Matthews throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. To Shenault on the slant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got his stride complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Matthews. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Matthews. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Matthews. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now the try here for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was the touchdown catch from Laviska Shenault that capped it all off.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. It's Blake.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the